episode 39 of SOHO Insight.
Where each week we talk about the latest products, services, and trends that help your small office, home office business, or lifestyle be more productive, efficient, and fun.
Hello, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Jen, and this week's episode is all about getting back into business building. So we just had the summer off, some of you did, or your kids were off, maybe you were trying to work and they were in the home office.
Yes, and then vacation time. It was really quiet today when I was in the office. I think everybody was out.
Well, it's Labor Day.
Yeah, everybody was out having a good time, so.
Yeah, that was nice. So anyway, we're going to be talking about 5 points to get you back into that business building mindset. September is a big month for a lot of people because it's a chance for us to reevaluate our New Year's resolutions, our goals for the year, quarterly goals.
Make sure you're on task.
Yeah, so 5 steps to getting to that point where we're back to business building mindset. And so yeah, it'll be a really fun, jam-packed little episode we've got going on here. But to get started, we did we had a productive summer. A lot of things were going on, and I know a lot of you were having the same thing. So we have our little summer pictures queued up.
This is where I did a lot of my weekend work. Poor me. Poor
really
Tracy
sad.
and I
We'll go to the
enjoyed it.
next one. Much faster.
And then that's the first boat trip from with Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about you two, just Kelly.
Yeah, no.
That's one of my work times.
You're working. Yeah.
In that beautiful area we
Poor
call
you.
the San Juans.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an annual thing we do. Mimi is on the far right, and that is her 85th birthday. We all take her to the Mariners because she is a huge fan. And Kelly, for the first time, got to go. We had a great time. That's our son, by the way, next to me, which he's never mentioned too often, but he's always around.
My husband was in that too.
Oh, yeah, wait, go back. Shane. I'm so used to having Shane there.
Well, it's fine. You don't have to show him.
Anyways, look for Shane. He's next to Jen.
Yeah, that's Kelly and I in our dirt biking, one of our rides. And like you were saying earlier, no, I cannot ride. I can't work when I go riding because we're out in the middle of nowhere.
In the dirt, and never did I in a million years think Jen would do those kind of things.
Yeah. But that was on a family ride, and Kelly turned 1 this summer. So that was a really big deal.
Huge party.
Mm-hmm. It was fun. And then you were in Whir magazine.
Got to be interviewed in one of our favorite magazines, so I was very excited.
Industry magazine.
Yes.
And then I was invited to go to the White House, which was super fun.
And we talked about it last time.
Yeah. Yes. That was the live feed where I got
how
to
we all watched you.
Listen
because we can all go. Yes.
And then I was on New Day Northwest with Ovaleye client Heather of chicinc.com. Super awesome
beautiful
business.
Invitations.
Yeah,
yes.
really nice. And then, man, you are really going slow tonight.
And then this was one of our business meetings not too long ago. This is around where Jen lives. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. So we go and walk and talk instead of sitting in an office for a meeting. It works out nicely. And then you thought, or Carissa is the one that suggested we take a picture.
She did that.
We went to the zoo, and Chris was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to get Kathy in front of the elephants."
And say, I love elephants.
Because it was a bad joke. The GoDaddy CEO earlier this year was shooting and hunting elephants.
Except the elephants were far away.
Yeah. So many people around him too.
Yeah. Anyway,
it was funny.
But
anyway, so I'm sure a lot of you had similar summers to us where it was busy, there's a lot of stuff going on, and so now we're getting back into this business building mindset we were talking about. And if you pull up the business building graphic, we've got this theme going on at Ovaleye where we're doing a focus on not just basics, we're talking about growing our businesses. We've all set up our businesses. If you're hosting with Ovaleye, you already have kind of an idea of where you're going. This is saying, how can we take it to the next level? So we've got a big event going on at the end of the month, and it's using Ovaleye web conferencing. We're doing a Small Businesses Do It Better Back to Business Building Summit.
That's a Long title.
Well, it's part of the Small Businesses Do It Better campaign. So anyway, we've got a Tungle.me, tungle.me/Ovaleye schedule set up, so you can go over there. If you look at the first one, it was just showing you that's kind of like how it looks like, and then you choose a time out of the ones that we have available, and you can actually, it's called an unconference type of a setup, and you're going to choose which one, if you'd like to, you are going to speak at. So if you have a topic that you want to speak on, if it's Mommy Blogging 101 or maybe accounting for small businesses, etc., if you're a client of ours or a free member, we welcome you into our unconference at the end of the month and welcome you to propose a date or a time of where you can do a little speech, a little talk, a little web conference using, of course, Ovaleye web conferencing for free, and then we help with some marketing, and it'll be a really fun event.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and you'll get more information.
Yeah. And I'll include it all over at Ovaleye.tv. Yeah.
The reason why we are doing this tonight, when I've seen this, we actually tape on Monday nights, was because I thought of Jen. She's got Kelly, her little baby, for the first time going into daycare because she's had a babysitter all this time. And so I thought, what would she be doing tomorrow, because she's very organized, to get back into the swing of things. It's only been a week. So, I mean, last week she had a babysitter. This week, though, it's a big deal. It's daycare.
Mm-hmm. So the first one you were suggesting is?
The organize.
Mm-hmm.
And not just organize your office or your space, but organize because I have to do this. In fact, it's a task. We have to organize emails and get rid of the old ones and put them into folders. That's a huge thing for me because you have to actually take time to do that, in my eyes.
Yeah. So the biggest one that I thought was interesting that you put in there was making lists. I think that's something that a lot of people do, is make lists. But if you show that image, we take lists to a new level here.
We do so many lists.
We make them really nice. We pretty them up. And this is one that we've talked about before on SOHO Insights, where it's 5 new things, 5 things to stop, and 5 things to do more of. And that's something that we found, I think, in Entrepreneur Magazine. Since then, I've tried to link back to it, and I think they've taken it down, which is unfortunate because it was a good exercise. And that was one from 2 years ago, actually, when we were still doing some projects.
And then the business cards, too. I had them all over my office, in my purse, everywhere. And just getting rid of those and putting them in organizational folders helped me, too.
Yeah, you also listed on here office space. Yeah. Feng Shui.
This is, I thought of you, because you have a big deal about where
it is. It's a big deal when you're working in a space. I feel like, and I'm not part of the, up there in the sky kind of creative type, but I feel like my energy is drained if the space that I'm working in is not one that I like.
I have a window I look out every day, and I'm
But
good.
Feng Shui would say that you're sending all of your energy out the window.
But I have to have that window. It's because I look out to the beautiful
What else did
backyard.
I say? Schedules?
Kids' schedules are huge because you should be organized and prepared for all those back-to-school meetings that you're going to have. And all of our meetings that we have, we don't have them on task right now. We need to do that.
We're drinking beer tonight, by the way.
Gluten-free.
But it's gluten-free, and we're trying to figure out if this was, because it's made in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We were trying to figure out if it was
Carissa, this is for you. So there's your husband's new beer. It's not bad. I still have another one I like best.
It's made of sorghum and rice.
Anything
is that how you
but
pronounce
wheat.
it? Sorghum?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Whatever.
It tastes good. It's a nice summer drink.
It's good. I like it.
Okay.
So your second point. So we're on to point number 2. The first one was get organized, and the second point is get your market. Oh, sorry. I totally
number
just.
2. Number 2 is uncomfortable. I put it up top because this is big for me. I always wait. If you look at your goals for the year, hopefully you've done goals for the year. My goals that I've done were easy to do or fun to do. Now the goals I still have left are the uncomfortable ones, and I really need to, it's September, so I really need to push myself to do more.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
September, so you can see that there's September, October, November, December. I added that image. I thought it was just a nice visualization that the year is coming to a close.
It is. It's going to be December in no time. So I want to make sure that you are all on task. Some of the things, too, that we always forget are connecting with our mentors. We wait to the last, maybe next year I'm going to do that, which Jen needs to connect with some more. And do some videos. Everybody should be doing videos now, especially if your business is online. So here we go. Number 3.
Marketing. If you are in retail, this is really big for you. That was one of your points.
Well, when we had the business before Ovaleye, we were on top of stuff, and we would market in September. Back then you used a lot of Google ads, and Google ads helped our business a lot. By the end of September,
people still use those.
Okay, but I don't use those. It's true, but I don't use them for Ovaleye. But for retail, that's probably a really good thing right now to do. So by the end of September, you better have that marketing plan if you are hoping to get holiday shoppers. Okay. Promotions too.
Yeah, you were saying plan ahead for specials and promotions, and I brought up, this is the Ovaleye, if you use the Premier package, which is our second tier, and it's only $9.95 a month, or it's $109.45 for a year, so you get a free month. But anyway,
remember, we're sponsoring our videos.
With the Premier package, you get the ability to add on additional domains. So if you have just some kind of fly-by-the-night promotion or something like that you're only going to be running a couple months leading up to the holidays, or even during the holidays, you can add a domain onto your control panel.
That's true. That would be
and
wonderful.
Then build it out with Web Presence Builder, which is that next image that I have on there. And it's a new fully featured site builder that Parallels just put out, and I am in love with. I think it's amazing.
Some of our clients, our local clients that have like tree farms for Christmas trees, they use this, and they've done a really good job.
Well, it's easy to build it yourself, and it's kind of like a splash page, landing page type of a deal. It makes it really easy. Adds social sharing buttons, even some e-commerce pieces to it, which is nice.
If you're already a client, it's free for that.
Yeah.
You just have to pay for your domain.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one that I have is health, because it's September.
So that's point 4.
Yes. September, kids are going back to school. You've got the holidays, you've got the cold season, and you have to be present in your business. And as a person that's getting over a sinus infection, you have to be in your business no matter what. You can't say, I'm calling in sick today. So be healthy and plan meals, schedule fitness times, do everything you can to be on top of it.
But health is one of our values.
Yeah, that's
It's in our manifesto.
And so one that gets sick a lot with sinus infections, I really need to work on being healthy.
Yeah, well, since you've made this list for me, I added in there one of the things that I'm going to be doing this week. I've done it in the past, but in the last month, I just have been neglectful. And Sweat in the City, she's now for theglow.com. She has the superfood plan, which is the superfood image.
I should look into this.
It's sweatinthecity.com right now, and it looks like that, and you can purchase it. That's what the website looks like. It's not what the plan looks like.
You eat a lot of kale. Is that because of her?
Well, yeah, and I really like it now because of her. And so anyway, I've got this little superfood PDF that she sends out, and then I put it in my Dropbox, which I've got an image of that too. So it's really organized, and it's in my phone. And I use Dropbox for personal use. We don't use it for business. But this is really convenient. So I have all of her PDFs and all of the documents that she sends out via this plan, and I have it nice and organized. So if I go to the grocery store, I can just pull up the superfood list and be like, oh, these things are good. I can get this.
I should do that.
It's really nice. But to take it a step further, the Amazon piece makes it so much easier. And for me, it's actually kind of a pain in the neck because they don't come to my house. They go to your house.
My house, and you have to pick it up.
Yeah, so I drop off the bins at my mom's house. My mom, by the way, is our chief decision maker. We're a family business, majority women owned.
I do need to use Amazon more often because I don't like to go.
Well, it's ridiculous. It takes too long to go through the grocery stores, and I think we have just an issue of where we live. Yeah, it's out in the boonies.
All right, so health, scheduling meals, scheduling time with your family too is huge. A date night would be nice too. I have to say. Number 5 is tools to help you accomplish your goals.
Yeah.
And we need to make a larger list than what I have.
Yeah, no, it's a small list. But if you look at ovaleye.tv or on our podcast, and I've got it at BITL, or bit.ly/SOHO Insights, so it's bit.ly/SOHO Insights. That's my shortened URL for the iTunes podcast. We have episodes upon episodes of tools that you could be looking at. But this 5th point is something you can do this week.
Yes. Well, one I didn't put on here yet. Some kind of QuickBooks. Jamie, one of our clients / partners, uses
fitwithflair.com.
She
just wrote a blog post on it.
Oh, did she? Okay. Well, check out fitwithflair.com for FreshBooks. Sugar CRM is very good. We offer that.
If you need a CRM, it's free with hosting. You get the community edition, which is really all most small businesses need.
And I think I mentioned web conferencing, and we still have not done a whole show on web conferencing, and we need to do it now because you never have to go anywhere. You can always schedule meetings from your office if you have kids or whatever. You can't get out very often. The web conferencing is the way to go. Plus, if you don't have to travel across country to meet some of these people.
Yeah, and you can try it out at the getting.
I think you should put the link on Ovaleye.tv.
Yeah, the Business Builder Summit that we have at the end of the month. Yeah. You can try it out then.
Yes, well, we'll be promoting that one more often.
So the other one was Ovaleye Exchange, is our webmail-based email client that we provide to all of our clients for free. And then there's the
a lot of people are using it now.
Option where you add on. It's a little bit more expensive, but it really saves you a lot of time.
Expensive, but it's everything right there on one page. You can have everything you need to organize your business.
Did you say VoIP?
No, I did not.
VoIP is fantastic.
We've mentioned that many times. That's how we do business here.
Yeah, so VoIP is voice over IP. You get a phone call that goes through the internet versus through the phone lines. And that way you have it so it can be completely customizable and really save you a lot of time and money. And you can get phone calls from wherever you're at. A phone can ring to me and my mom at the same time. Whoever picks up first gets it, no matter where we're at. So yeah, it's convenient.
And now we have Carissa on Bria too. She uses it a lot.
Well, Bria is the app that we use. Yes. We both have Bria apps on our iPad and on our iPhone. And on the iPad, it's really nice to have it next to your computer when you're working.
Yeah, it does look good too.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
The last one was Hootsuite.
Oh, I love
just as a social networking or a social media type.
On iPhone and iPad and our computers in the office. It's so nice. Very nice to have because
we pay for it. So we have the sign user component, which is nice because we manage Ovaleye's Twitter account.
Yeah, you have like 10. I only have 2. And I can do both Ovaleye and my account.
Yeah, it's really nice. So Ovaleye, this was the 5 points. What was the first point?
Number 1 was organize.
We're talking about getting back to building your business. No, not getting back to basics. This is growing your business.
Growing your business.
Yeah.
Number 1 was organize. Number 2 is uncomfortable. Number 3 is marketing. Number 4 is health. Number 5 is tools.
Funny story. This is something that we're trying to do in our videos at the end to wrap it, to bring it back. Yes, I'm telling you behind the business kind of thing for Ovaleye.
All right.
So we're trying to remind Mom to do this at the end to kind of do, say what we just went over. And Kelly, he doesn't watch TV, and even when I do try and show him stuff, he doesn't watch it. And Yo Gabba Gabba is a silly little Nickelodeon show some of you might have watched, but that's what they do at the end of their videos. They say, let's go over what we learned. And they do it to music. So they say, let's dance. And so they do like a summary of the dance, and they put it like in a mix. And I was thinking, that's a good idea.
I'm going to rap.
You should and get on the mix, the table
Maybe
things.
next time.
Anyway.
All right. So this is Kathy. And,
hold on.
What?
So two other things really fast. If you go to, we were saying bit.ly/SOHO Insights, you can get us on iTunes. We have all of our podcasts up there. Right. It's free. You get them over to your iPhone, iPad, whatever you're using. And then also you can get it over at ovaleye.tv where we'll have all of the links provided. And then we have entered ourselves into Startup Nation's 100 Home-Based Business Competition. And we'd love to have your votes.
We're almost hot.
We are almost hot. So it's, again, short link, bit.ly/Ovaleye vote. And we'll have all of these links over at ovaleye.tv.
Nicely said. Thank you. Thank you for the marketing, too, that we should be doing more often. This is Kathy and Jen with Ovaleye.com on Ovaleye.tv. Oh, yes. Cheers with our gluten-free beer. Oh, until next week. What? Do it.